Hi everyone, today I'll talk about this bag. Just a disclaimer, I am a little bit sick, so you might hear my voice a bit nasally and it might sound a bit sniffly at times, so I apologize about that. Hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. So let's jump straight into this bag. This is the Gabrielle Chanel Hobo bag in the size small. Most people call it in short the Gabrielle Chanel bag, but sometimes you can say the Hobo bag. And I'll just bring it up closer. So this is in the small size and it's in calf leather, so you can see all the wrinkles on the leather, and it's not embossed like the caviar leather, but it's still pretty tough, I would say. And you can't really give it a good scratch to show you that it's scratched. It just gives you that nice wrinkle, sort of old school leather feeling. At the bottom here, you've definitely got the leather that's calf as well, but this one, because it's so smooth and stitched in like that it's easier to scratch. And unfortunately I do have some scratches on this bag at the bottom here, but it's not very obvious, so I'll show you in a second with that. And this is the side view, stitched together, side view. At the bottom there's no feet for this one, so it's just stitching, and it's actually a really hard bottom, so I'll knock it again so you can hear it without me speaking. And then the top here is just one opening, one zipper, and a little flap there, and it's like sort of deep in within this. And in terms of the straps, so I'll bring it all out so that's easier to show you. I have to rearrange this, so there's a lot of chains, as you can see. Sometimes it can get a bit messy, but that's okay. I still quite like it, so it doesn't really bother me. So we'll start off with the main chain. So this is a crossbody bag, and the cool thing about the Gabrielle Chanel is you probably will have noticed already that there is a couple of different metals on the straps. So it's like their usual classic flap where it's leather and chain intertwined together, but you can see there is two straps here, and when I put them together they are just different type of metals together. So it is the shiny gold hardware. There's also the gunmetal hardware as well, and it sort of goes all the way through. And then to this side you can also see shiny silver hardware. So if I bring it up closer, you can see there, and it intertwines like that here at the linkage. So if I rearrange this, and run my hands through, so it intertwines like that here, the gunmetal and the silver hardware, and goes right about here where it switches to silver, shiny silver, to the gold, and then the gunmetal continues throughout all the way down there. And the interesting part of this bag is that in this area here, the one that holds them together, the D ring, this part here is gunmetal, and this part of the gold is not actually shiny gold, it is antique gold. So a little bit like the Chanel 19, where there's a mix of metals, which I find really cool, because you get the best of every world. And same here, you get the antique gold as well. Now in terms of the other strap that I have, so I don't think all Hobo bags or Gabrielle Chanel bags has this. And if they do come in different types of versions of it. So there's a version of this where it's just completely in silver color, so the wordings are silver, but the strap is still black. And this one here is sort of still calf leather, but its straps are in, or the metal is in a mix of all the metals that I just showed you on the strap. So there's shiny gold, there's gunmetal, silver, shiny silver, antique gold again, shiny silver and gunmetal. So I think it's pretty cool in that sense that there is a mix of all this different type of metal. And I forgot to mention on the big strap as well that there is a leather strap to make it all more comfortable, because otherwise this linking strap sometimes does become uncomfortable. It goes all the way like a belt, and you can readjust it, which is great because, you know, for a petite person like me, this is the most important. And at the back, this is how it looks like. And then it's got two little buttons of adjustment, which is in antique gold and gunmetal, which has a little Chanel logo added, which is, I think, really interesting touch and really cute. And before we go to how do you carry these bags with the chain, we'll just do the zipper. So one zipper like that, open. Zipper's got a gunmetal metal again, and then antique gold, and a little strap that you can use to pull. I think this is pretty neat. This is really nice with the Chanel logo, and usually I put it, when I wear it, I drop it to the side like that, which makes it looks really good and looks really nice. And then the other side, you can obviously see the handle there like this on this side. So it's got both sides. It looks nice. If you don't like it, you can just hide it. And this particular chain here, if you don't want it, you can just remove it like that. So you can just take it out, if you can see, and then open and take out the whole strap itself. Now let's talk about the inside of the bag. So I have an organizer, as you would imagine. I always would have an organizer. Same color as the inner lining. Let's just take that out. Might actually put this to the side here, and it's, you can see what's come out is a little leather strap that holds your keys if you want to. Can hook and hold things that you would like to leave it in place. I don't really use it because my, like, you know, I am worried things will scratch around my bag, so I just leave it underneath the organizer so it sits like that. And with the inside, it's actually really dark. So it's the red interior lining, a bit like the Chanel 19 again, and it's not too stiff per se, but bear in mind I've used this bag a couple of times, so try to use the lighting to show you. So that's just two pockets like that, oh sorry, one pocket's like that, and then the lipstick holder, which is the classic Chanel sort of pockets, and there is one zip compartment here which you can pull, and it's fairly deep, and that's the authenticity card. And if you're interested of where this is made from, I think if I can put it in focus, I don't think this will come in focus. It's actually made in Italy, this one. It's a bit too dark, so I can't really show you from here. And that's about it in terms of the lining inside. It is made of fabric, so it's not leather, so the chances of getting stuff stained inside it is higher. Now in terms of the bag itself, how I like it because it looks really cool, looks very different. It is something I don't have, but there are cons to this bag. So the pros of this bag is that, you know, it looks cool. It's got a lot of different aspects to it. It's not your typical bag looking bag from Chanel. It's got the two different layers of leather, the smooth and the wrinkle one, and it's also got, you know, all these different chains that you can look different with, because you can wear crossbody just like that, crossbody, and you can wear it sort of cross like that as well. So still crossbody, but one on this shoulder and one on the other shoulder. and you can wear both on this shoulder crossed, or you can hang it on one shoulder just on one side like that. I'll make a shorts video next time to how to style this bag. And you can also use a top handle and let it hang, let the chains hang like that, and use it like a top handle like that. Just hold it like that when you go out, which is also really, really cool, which I find was the coolest because there was so much flexibility and different styles you can make up from using this bag. The things that I don't exactly like about this bag is with this opening, it is quite tight sometimes, so I have to really open it, and I don't like to extend the bag too much. So I really have to open it, go through my fingers that will cut through the zip a little bit to grab my stuff. It's very dark and very deep. Even, it's not just the lighting here, but even on day-to-day basis, I feel like it is quite dark and I can't actually see because it's not a big bag. This is the small size, so I can't actually go in as smoothly as I think I would like to. And just with the same compartment here, because it's like, if you can see, it's like a sink-in boat version of it. I've seen people talk about this before, and I've experienced this myself. You can get dust sort of collecting just in all these crevices and corners here. So every time I bring it out when I come home, there will be dust that collects here, and I just sort of dust it out and blow it out so that it doesn't collect there. I make it an effort to always blow it out and dust it out, so that's one of the things that annoys me a little bit. The other part is this bottom. While it gives it the shape, the issue with that is it's very easily scratchable, so it makes me less likely to want to bring it if I think I'm going out on in a place that's more rarely that people could knock on my bag and scratch on my bag, and I'm a bit more careful because of this bottom part here, that I'm careful that I don't want to knock onto different things. And that's the part where I'm worried about the most, which sometimes does annoy me. I'll try to find these scratches. It might not be very obvious because it's just like a corner wear and tear. Nah, I can't really see it. Oh, this, yeah, I found it, but it's there. Can you see that? It's very, very small, so you can't actually really see it. And at the bottom here, that's just all the pulling of the leather from the stitching, but that doesn't really bother me at all. But yeah, that is the pros and cons of the Chanel Gabrielle Hobo bag. I hope you find this video helpful for you. And if you're looking into buying this bag, I hope this helped make your decision in terms of pros and cons. If you like this video, please comment down below if you have anything to add on. But if you like this video, please support me by liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.